the Fajr breeze, it's the moment of learning, it's the aura of awakening. Come on in about Allah, oh oh oh, 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 come on in about Allah, oh oh oh.
In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. On today's episode of Fajr verse, it's work-life balance in the Sunnah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminded us in the Quran when he said, "And seek through that which Allah has given you, your home in the hereafter, but do not forget your portion of this world." That verse simply reminds us that inasmuch as the hereafter is our goal, the hereafter is that which we're striving and putting all the effort towards, it is very important for us to take the part of this world that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to us. And that's where work-life balance comes in. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whom Allah has sent to us as a perfect example, was someone that also embodied this work-life balance that we're trying to achieve. Rasulullah was someone that showed up in family, Islam, his life, like he has a personal life by himself, and his community. Everybody was impacted. The whole world was impacted by the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When you talk about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam showing up in the family, have we forgotten the story of our mother Aisha and how she narrated how Rasulullah would use her hands, her palms, to do his tasbih when he concludes his salat at the point whereby she is not praying? Or is it the story of how he related with his daughters, Fatima in particular, and how this relation he had with Fatima translated into his grandkids, the way they would rush to the masjid, play around in the masjid, the way it teaches them, the moment they hear his voice, how they are always hasty and quick on their feet to go and meet him, to embrace him. Let's not even get to Zayd that the Prophet took in and raised as a son. This is showing us that the Prophet ﷺ, in spite of all that he had on his table, he was able to show up as a father, as a grandfather. What figure in the family was he not able to uphold? When we then talk about his community, Rasulullah showed up in the community. A very beautiful one is the woman he assisted with her luggage. This woman was carrying a heavy luggage and he assisted her with the luggage till she got back home. Then the woman wanted to give him a gift and said, "I've heard that there's a madman spreading all sorts of things. When you come across him, please do not listen to him." And then the Rasulullah came out to say, "Oh, I'm that person." And she was so surprised that she embraced Islam, and numerous other examples that we can find in the Surah. Is it the standing in the night, the constant zikr? I mean, a lot of things that we inculcate in our lives now, in our spiritual life, were from the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's to tell us that he struck a very good balance. I know you would like to ask, how can I achieve that? It starts with your intention, and that's the easiest way to go about it. When you want to make sahur or iftar for your family, change your intention and tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, "Ya Rabb, I'm doing this to nourish my family so that they can fast, they can worship you in the best of ways that they can in this sacred month." And billahi ta'ala, Allah is going to reward you abundantly for it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to ease all our affairs, make all our efforts way heavier on our scale of good deeds, and most of all, may He crown all the effort that we put through in this glorious month. As we witness the dawn of another day in Ramadan, may the light of faith guide your steps, the breeze of mercy refresh your soul, and the blessing of this glorious month fill your heart. Till we meet again, stay steadfast in worship, kind in action, and hopeful in prayers. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
It's the Fajr breeze, it's the moment of learning, it's the aura of awakening. Come on in about Allah, oh oh oh, 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 come on in about Allah, oh oh oh.